Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Something incredible literally happened today. Have you checked your chess.com puzzle rating today? All of you that are 3,000, I know some of you, I know you guys, Ivan and all of you guys basically that have your puzzle ratings at 3,500, 3,000. Have you checked your puzzle rating this morning or this afternoon? Do you know what your puzzle rating is? I bet it's less than 2,000. Anyways, I had just finished playing a game of chess against this opponent this morning. Don't worry about my opponent. And I beat my opponent. It was quite a bad beating. And my opponent blocked me. This is how I came about the discovery I made today. My opponent blocked me, and this is not the first time. This is a conversation we're actually going to have some other time, where you beat people so bad, they get angry and they just block you. Maybe they think you cheated against them. Anyway, he blocked me, and so I decided to investigate his account. Immediately I opened his account. The first thing I noticed was this puzzle rating. I noticed that my opponent had lost 2,708 puzzle ratings in the last 30 days. How is this possible? Like, I was mind blown. How can you tell me that a person lost 2,700 points of rating on their puzzles? Did they just get to 3,500 or something and then lose it? I was surprised to see that. So I thought to myself, what? Let me go check my own puzzle rating, right? I need to check my own puzzle rating. What's my puzzle like? And to my greatest shock, my puzzle rating is now 1,800. You guys, I got up this month, literally, well, September to October, end of last month, coming into this month, and I decided I'm going to grind my puzzles because I see a lot of persons with puzzle ratings in the 3,000s, 3,200s, and I'm much higher rated than them, right? I'm 2,000, 21, 2,200, and I'm seeing people that are 1,700 with big puzzle ratings. So I decided, you know what, I want my puzzle rating to look good. So I started doing a lot of puzzles every morning, and I got my puzzle rating to 3,000. And I saw this, that my puzzle rating is now 1,884. And in fact, the highest rating I have ever achieved is literally saying 1,986. I don't get it. I was confused, and so I decided, wait, is this just me? Or is chess.com actually doing something funny? So I went to check the puzzle rating of Andrew. Now, this is my friend Andrew. And I don't think he has found that also. But I went to check his account because he also got to, I think, 2,900, close to 3,000 puzzle rating as well. So I knew that, okay, if my puzzle rating spiritually vanished, his better vanished too, right? Because if my rating is vanishing in a vacuum, then that would be weird. And to my greatest surprise, look at that. They took away over 1,000 rating points. 1,000. And brought him down to 1,700. And so I went online to see if there's actually any announcement in this regard. And of course, there is. Chess.com put out an update. New puzzle ratings. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger here. Okay, new puzzle ratings. Let's go through this. So Chess.com says, we are excited. And this is literally a few hours ago, right? We are excited to announce a series of changes to improve your puzzle solving experience. We've reworked our puzzle rating system so it's more reliable, giving you smoother level progression and generally more satisfying experience when solving puzzles. Also, you can now choose between 3 puzzle difficulty levels to help you customize your solving sessions. Let's dive into the updates. New puzzle rating, more consistent puzzle difficulty, choose your difficulty, whatever. But when the last time I was live, some of you would have caught me live. Someone told me that if you set your puzzle difficulty to harder or hard, you gain more points every time you solve a puzzle. So apparently, even that, at that time, they had changed it according to difficulty, but they had not implemented this new change to the rating itself. New puzzle ratings, okay, you will notice your puzzle rating has changed significantly. Absolutely true. And it's probably lower than you remember. It's not just lower, it's lower by thousands. But don't worry, this is not simply a downward adjustment inside the same rating system. Instead, this change is the result of an entirely new rating system, and with it, the re-rating of every player and puzzle on chess.com. The old puzzle ratings were significantly inflated. Because of this, they lost a lot of their meaning. I would agree, and it was difficult to translate them into actual playing or tactical strength. Perfect. I would see people that are rated 15, 1600 with 3,500 puzzle rating, and I'm like, is it that I'm just bad at puzzles? Am I just that bad at puzzles, right? But I think these people have done so many puzzles that they've memorized a bunch of things, right? Okay, they also made it difficult for us to accurately rate the puzzles themselves, which in turn made it harder for us to serve you with puzzles that were difficult enough to be challenging and yet not too difficult to solve at all. Okay, so this is an example, I guess, of someone that went from 3300 to 1969. Wow, that is a big jump. Or, well, I guess this is their rapid level. Okay, good. So this person's rapid rating is 1969, but their puzzle strength is 3300. So in puzzle strength, they're like Hikaru. But in rapid play, they're basically a little like myself, I guess. Part of the reason for this is that our old rating system was also too generous. Historically, we have added features to make puzzles a fun and rewarding experience, such as a minimum 5-point rating gain for each solved puzzle, partial credits for incomplete solutions, and more. Over time, this led to massive rating inflation for players, which affected the ratings of the puzzles as well. The new puzzle rating system behaves much more like Blitz and Rapid rating. In fact, you will notice your new puzzle rating is now much closer to your other ratings. Oh my goodness. So this guy is 1900 and his puzzles is now 2200. No, my puzzle did not come to 2200. My puzzle rating came to around 1800. No, my puzzle rating is around 1800. I can't even find my puzzle rating anymore. Anyway, okay, but you notice it's much closer. Fair. More consistent puzzle difficulty. The new puzzle rating system uses the same Glico star rating logic that we use for your regular chess games. We've removed the features that would give you extra rating points, which will avoid rating inflation, while still rewarding your puzzle points to keep you engaged and coming back for more. So I guess this means that if the puzzle is a 3-move sequence and you get 1 or 2 of the sequences and you don't get everything, you don't get any points anymore for that particular puzzle. I think that's what chess.com has done here. As a result, the new method for calculating your rating is much more accurate, and because of this, we'll also be able to serve you better puzzles. I hope so. We now know for sure that 2 players rated 1200 in puzzles are about equally skilled at tactics, and that 2 1200 rated puzzles are equally difficult. This helps us serve you better puzzles, giving you the right level of challenge to keep you engaged and improving. I think this is not a bad idea. I think it's fine. It kind of makes sense, I guess. While we understand losing rating can be upsetting. Yes! It is upsetting. We strongly believe that the new system will be beneficial to everyone, and it's always nice to remember that the lower number doesn't mean you are any less skilled as before at solving puzzles. It's just this visceral feeling it gives you, right? I don't think it's anything really crazy. It's just that you feel like I felt like I worked hard to get to 3,000, and now all of a sudden it doesn't matter anymore. But okay. It's always nice to remember that the lower number doesn't mean you're less skilled. In reality, we just use a different yardstick to measure your puzzle solving ability, which is still as good as always. And don't worry, we've made sure your new rating is accurate by replacing our full history of puzzle attempts, about 17 billion, to re-rate both members and puzzles using the new algorithm. So this person here, highest rating 2339, 205 hours of training. Whoa. And 4,906. So they only rated these many puzzles. Choose your difficulty. You can also adjust the difficulty setting of your puzzles to customize how challenging they are. So if you adjust the difficulty, if I put the difficulty at, say, standard or hard, and extra hard, for example, do I gain more rating points? I hope that is the case. The standard option is the new default. Puzzles at this level will be challenging, but you should get most of them right. We've adjusted the default difficulty of our puzzles based on research that shows that a higher success rate is optimal for learning. Standard puzzles will be much easier than our old puzzles, but will still give your brain a great workout. Hard will make the puzzles a bit harder, and extra hard will feel much closer to what our old puzzle system would give you. And for those of you who enjoy spicy challenges, we are planning to add an extreme option soon. Whoa. The harder you set the difficulty, the more rating points. Okay, this is what I want to see. The harder you set the difficulty, the more rating points you gain when you get a puzzle right. Okay. However, it will be harder for you to find the right answer in the first place. That's fair. This new setting gives you more control, allowing you to customize the challenge level in your puzzle sessions based on your needs and mood. Okay. So that, you guys, this is what has happened on chess.com. This is the newest update chess.com has given us. Your puzzle rating has probably collapsed. You should check it out and see where your puzzle rating is at right now. And then, of course, those of you that have been playing chess for any amount of time now, you must have seen that there's this debate about how good chess.com puzzles are versus lead chess puzzles. I saw a Reddit page on it, but it was nothing useful. But I like this Google AI interpretation. It kind of gives me a good summary of things happening in the world, I guess. But look at this. Chess.com and Lichess have significantly different puzzle ratings, with Lichess ratings generally being higher for lower rated players and potentially lower for higher rated players due to using different rating scales. Though both platforms use the Glico system, the actual quality and difficulty of puzzles also vary, with Lichess puzzles being noted as potentially more diverse and sourced from actual games. I wonder if chess.com is considering this as well. Why chess.com puzzles can sometimes become more repetitive. I think this is part of the problem now that chess.com has fixed. I don't know if this summary takes into consideration the new changes chess.com had made. So there's a rating scale discrepancy. The rating numbers themselves are not directly comparable. Lichess ratings are often higher than chess.com ratings. Actually, my Lichess rating used to be much lower than my chess.com rating for puzzles, for beginners and intermediate players. Okay, quality and source of puzzles. Lichess puzzles are often noted as being more diverse and are selected from real games played on the site. That's cool. Chess.com puzzles are also algorithmically generated but can sometimes be repetitive, according to Reddit users. User experience. Lichess offers unlimited free puzzles, while chess.com provides a limited number of free daily puzzles. So, okay, you can do the rest of these reads here. But the point is that your chess.com rating has crashed, like all our chess.com ratings, I guess, at this point. And another fantastic thing is no one was spared. Even the great man himself, Hikaru Nakamura. Look at that. Hikaru's puzzle rating is 2700. Yeah. It's now lower than his rapid rating. If you know anything about all of these things, rapid ratings are usually the lowest for most players, at least. People like Hikaru, they are not even in part of the discussion. Their blitz is like 3300, bullet is 3300. Look at Jesus Christ. But look at that puzzle rating. It's down to 2730. But they kind of left his peak. It looks like they allowed his highest rating be his highest rating. 3900 though. Right? 3900. So it looks like they left Hikaru's peak rating. Or maybe it was even higher than that. Was it 4000? I don't know. So this looks like it affects everybody. Everybody. Maybe I can see I don't know if Magnus does puzzles on chess.com. That would be interesting to see if it also affected the puzzle of the GOAT. The puzzle ratings of the GOAT, that is. There's literally no puzzle rating for Magnus. What? This man, look at that. Magnus has done 0 puzzles on chess.com apparently. Okay, so that's incredible. So it's just Hikaru. Hikaru does a lot of puzzles, of course. We all know that. And so Hikaru's puzzle rating has also been affected. So what do you guys think? At least it's universal. Nobody's going to say they did it to only me, they didn't do it to everybody. Everybody was affected in this downsizing, if you call it that, or this adjustment that chess.com has made. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is a great development? Do you think that it evens the playing field? You're not going to be feeling bad when you see your friend rated 500 having a puzzle rating of 3000, whereas you are 2200 and you have a puzzle of 2700, for example. Let me know in the comments what you think about these changes. Do you think that the chess.com puzzle system is now similar to what you have on Lichess, for example? And where do you have your best experience? Is Lichess puzzles better? Chess.com puzzles better? People keep arguing about this. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Remember to like this video, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.